What's going on, everybody? My name is Tamar Turner, and I'm the host of the Down to Business podcast, where the mission is to really provide exposure to businesses, entrepreneurs, and artists all around the world in their respective crafts. And we do so through audio and visual interviews where we come on and we talk about all things from getting into the business to most memorable moments to even some advice that you may give for other business owners and entrepreneurs out there. So if this sounds like something that you would be interested in, we'd love to have you on for an interview. Please be sure to reach out via any social media platform and we'll definitely get back to you. But until then, enjoy this episode. What's going on, everybody? Just want to welcome you back to another episode of the Down to Business podcast here with Tamar Turner. And I'm excited, man. June is really, I don't know what it is, maybe about the summer months, maybe about my birthday is next month in July 26th, for everybody out there listening and paying attention, just keep that in mind. So, but no, I really think the summer months and everything like that, it just puts me in a good mood. It just puts me in grind mode. I feel like I've really just been, just knocking some things out in between switching jobs and everything like that. I've really been able to, just reach out to more businesses, just hit more people and really just spread more content because that's really what it's all about. And so we keeping it going. I'm definitely excited to be sitting down with this young lady today, somebody who I've actually been following for quite some time, really just been watching the content that she's putting out, the products that she's offered in here to talk to you guys about today, and even see some of my people from ECU and just North Carolina have been able to plug in with her. So I'm very excited to be sitting down with Shakiya today. So how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good. And so for everybody out there listening, for those, who may be tapping in on your side of things, may know everything you have going on. For those who, may be tapping in on my side of things and still may know what you have going on. But for those tapping in and really just have no idea what they're expecting today, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and then what brings you on the podcast?
Sure. So my name is Shakiya, and I'm the owner of Hair and Now Shop, which is an online beauty supply store. It's geared towards just supporting you in your healthy hair journey, whether you're natural or not natural. It's really here to provide the tools and the products you need to have a healthy hair journey.
I love it, especially I just love anything that's just in the natural space. It's something that I've come to find out the other day, and I actually want to ask one of my previous interviews, Michaela, because I have her soap. Like I ordered some soap from her website that she made with like all natural ingredients, and so something that I noticed was the soap. I use it for my face. Yeah, pretty much just my face. And so, but I noticed that I got it in my eyes a couple of times. And so, anybody knows you get shampoo in your eye, you get soap in your eye, it just burns like no tomorrow. But something I noticed with her product was that it really doesn't burn like that. And I don't know if it's just because of some of the chemicals, some of the things that are really in all of these other brands like Dove. That's specifically what I used for my face and my body at the time. But this product, it didn't really hurt me at all. So I love just the natural space. I love when, people are able to take everyday ingredients, stuff that's growing, stuff that we may even consume and really just use it for the betterment of ourselves. So what really or I'm assuming you're natural now. Would you say that, well, when did you kind of make this? Have you always been natural? Was this kind of what prompted you to start the business going along your natural journey? Because I know at one point that was like a big thing for women specifically, just announcing that, hey, I'm starting this journey or I'm starting my natural journey or my lock journey or different things like that. So what really kind of got your business going and got it started?
Well, I am natural and I've been natural since 2012. So it's been about 9 years now. And it's definitely one of the reasons for my business, one of the reasons my business even exists. But what pushed me towards going natural actually was that I was in college at that time and I couldn't afford to keep up with getting relaxers. I was a broke college student. I was 3 hours away from home and I couldn't, go back and forth to my stylist to get my hair done. So me going natural was actually just kind of a natural transition. It was just something that had to happen. It just happened naturally. It wasn't really forced, anything like that. And yeah, now there's like a huge natural hair movement and I've been making my own products for myself for a really long time and just learning about my hair. So that's kind of what pushed me into offering my products to the public because I have a passion with, my own hair and I just wanted to share that with everyone else.
As someone who I've never directly had to experience, what girls have to go through just from the time to the energy to everything when getting your hair done. But something that I will notice, my eyes can see that price list and my eyes can definitely see how much it costs sometimes to get the hair, everything that you have to do to prep it. And then the actual, the appointment itself, how long it takes. And then everything. So I commend all my ladies out there, who are paying for their hair, who are natural. I commend even my fellas, who have to do a little bit more for their hair, because for me, I'm not paying more than 35, 40 for a haircut. It's kind of simple, but I've seen women, they tripling that just on, and that's before they even get it done. That's, just to get the products and get everything. So I definitely do understand that. I understand that space. So what would you say was, if anything at all, making that transition to natural? Obviously, you're saving money and doing different things like that. But what was really the hardest thing for you? What was really the hardest adjustment that you had to make in switching from what you were really used to this totally new concept for you?
Right. The hardest adjustment was really just learning about my hair, about my natural hair. You take care of natural hair in a different way than you take care of processed hair. It definitely takes more time, it takes more patience, and it takes a lot of confidence. So even though, it's like a physical, like external thing, you start to work on yourself inside too, because it takes a lot of confidence to rock your natural hair. You know what I mean? Because it's not the standard, it's not the norm. So I think that was something I really had to work on, but I really appreciated it because it made me more comfortable in my own skin.
Absolutely. That's a perspective I never even really considered. Really just taking the time to hone in on you, on yourself, but not only develop naturally with the hair, but you were probably, developing in different areas and aspects of your life for sure. I could imagine. So at what point did you really realize where you were like, okay, I kind of have enough knowledge. I kind of have enough under my belt. I've experienced enough. Let's turn this into a business. Why not, educate and help others in the process? At what point did you really realize, hey, that's something that I really want to do?
So I had this aha moment when it was around 2019, and I had went to my local beauty supply store. It's the same beauty supply store that I've been going to for years. I go there because my mom went there. Like, it's just been around forever. And of course, I was natural at the time, and I was asking for specifically like aloe vera juice, which is like a natural like moisturizer. Like, most natural girls know that aloe vera juice is it. Like, it's really great for your natural hair. So I was looking for it at the beauty supply store, and they didn't have it. And I asked the owner about it, and he had no idea what I was talking about. And as like I'm explaining it to him, I'm like, why am I even patronizing a place that does not even, they can't even like keep up with the trends. They don't even know much about natural hair. It's a huge movement right now. Why hasn't he invested time into this? He's in a black community, and this is what we're doing now. And I'm giving him all the information. You know what I mean? So that was the first moment when I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna open my own beauty supply store, because we're, allowing our money to travel to other communities when we know ourselves best.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's one thing when you don't have the knowledge, when you don't have the resources, when you may not have the access to, the means. But as start to, anybody can take some time to just to research, to Google search, to look on the internet, and decide what they want to do from there. But like you said, the fact that you were spending your money, you were directly shopping with a store, you were even giving them kind of some keys and some gems, and you were just like, wow, I could really do this myself. I think that that's cool, and I think that that's needed for sure. Like, and that's why I tell people, really, sometimes just take the time. I'm more so focused on like hobbies and just different things that you love, but also just focus on things that you're knowledgeable in, that everybody may not know. And even if you know, you can always learn more. Nobody has everything 100% figured out. So I think that that's cool. I think that that's you're shifting my perspective a little bit, just in thinking about ways to approach business and ways to get into business that I really had never thought of. Really, just experiences and things that you learned, or did not learn there, have you just that kind of wanted to motivate you and really get you in there. So what would you say, kind of coming into business, kind of doing what you do, what is your biggest message to everybody out there, whether they're natural, whether they kind of just want to move more into that natural space, or whether they really have nothing, no knowledge, no anything when it comes to natural hair? What would you say is your biggest kind of message, or something that you really want to communicate to those folks?
Well, my biggest message definitely would be to focus on the health of your hair. You focus on your body, you have to focus on, it's more about, it's not about being natural or not being natural, wearing wigs or wearing braids or whatever. It's about being like your healthiest self. So that's what we're all about. So my products, like, they're for natural girls, but they're also for people, who are permed or whatever. You have to take care of your hair. It's important, like I said, for your self confidence and for your self esteem, even to know or have like the knowledge and the power to do your own hair. It's really important. So that's my biggest message. It's like taking like your own hair care and your own health into your own hands.
Health is wealth. When you look good, you feel good. So no, I definitely echo that sentiment 100%. Now, just in thinking about hair, just in thinking about women's hair specifically, I know I wouldn't say no idea, but I'm just kind of curious, just from now, from you getting a different perspective, looking at the natural side of things, and kind of coming from once getting your hair done in various styles and things like that. So, is there anything that kind of for women out there, for people out there, that you would kind of tell them, any recommendations that you would make when it comes to taking care of your hair? Like, what are some big like do's and don'ts, whether it just be for the natural space, whether, because like you said, I feel like that just because you've kind of made this transition, you're in this space, that you're not just saying, hey, natural is the way to go, like don't do anything else. No, there are definitely other ways to take care of your hair. But what are just some, just some basic 101, just some do's and don'ts when it comes to just hair care in general?
Yeah, for sure. There are definitely things that you can apply to your hair care routine that's not specific to natural hair. For example, just having a routine in general, whether I like to base my routine around when I wash my hair. So, as a natural girl, I wash my hair every 2 to 3 weeks. Everyone is different, you know what I mean? So try to have a routine where that you stick to, so that you can kind of keep track of your goals and make sure you're staying consistent within that routine. I would definitely suggest, on wash day, to always deep condition, to moisturize your hair, to put your hair in a type of style that will retain moisture. Use the correct products that will retain moisture. Another tip I have is to protect your hair at night, whether you want to use a bonnet, do rag, scarf, a satin pillowcase. You have to protect your hair at night so it doesn't break off, because cotton pillowcases are not friendly to our hair. It rubs against your hair and it causes breakage. No one wants that. So, those are some things that I can definitely suggest. Having a routine, protecting your hair, and keeping your hair moisturized for sure. So, there are a lot of techniques out there to help you keep your hair moisturized as well.
Man, so that's why when I fall asleep without my do rag on and those pillowcases, my hair wake up, I'll be all disheveled, man. I know I don't be tripping. Like my hair,
Right.
I keep the waves. I love the waves, but no, I definitely, I do notice a big difference between cotton and silk. When at one point when I had like the silk sheets and everything like that from the pillowcase and everything, I just noticed it was a complete diff, just from the feel of laying my head on the pillow, just being awake. I just felt it was smoother, it was more relaxed. I felt like it went almost with the grain of my hair too. So that's important. Even in, and you kind of just made me think about, I feel like a routine is so important. Something that you just bringing up that answer, just bringing you on really made me think about one of my previous interviews that I had with one of my boys, Dom, with Shay, who has Diversity Hair Care Network. So basically, he focuses on matching people with textured hair to barbers and stylists, but also selling products and things like that. But something that he really emphasized is a routine. Is whether no matter what you do, whether you're natural, whether you're for a stylist or different things like that, you just need some type of routine, some type of order. It's almost like it's like taking care of a part of you truly. So, and I definitely do notice that too. Like when I don't, at one point I didn't know like how I would say I really still don't know how often you should wash your hair, how often I should wash my hair. I try not to do, well, every day is just a bit absurd, but I try to, if I know I was outside or I know I was sweating or different things like that, but you really just don't know how much hair particles, how much dirt they hold, how much germs they hold, and different things like that. And then he was also stressing too, and something that I can tell you're also embodying is just being careful of what you put in your hair. Just different chemicals, because sometimes we could be doing more harm than good, or causing ourselves to lose hair earlier, not matching our particular styles of hair with the right products, because that's something that you clearly touched on here, that sometimes these shops and different places that we're going to, not only do they not know about natural hair, but they don't even sell things that are geared towards natural hair. So a lot of times we have to settle, or we have to go through trial and error, lose some hair, lose different things, or just say that this doesn't work for me. I've looked under hair posts and just different things like that, and I've seen so many girls just list so many products about things that they've tried and gone through, and I really just can't imagine. I wouldn't say that I have one product that's like a go-to, but I could definitely say that just seeing how much you guys have had to go through, how much you've had to try, I could imagine it's annoying. That's a lot of money. Hair care products are expensive, very expensive.
Hmm.
So it's just like the fact that you have to do all of that just to really find something that works for you. Sometimes you don't always know what these ingredients are. These brands aren't always being transparent with what they do in their practices. So it's just crazy how much really just goes into it. So just thinking about everything that you've done thus far to date, would you say that there's something, that a space that you're looking to tackle, looking to get into, that Hair and Now shop just hasn't got into? Is there anything that you're looking forward to as the year? We're halfway through the year. Any goals or anything that you're trying to knock out before the year is all said and done?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely trying to reach more people, but I'm definitely excited about some new products that I'm working on. So far, my main two products are the herbal growth oil and the nourish butter. But at the moment, I'm working on a shampoo and conditioner. So I'm really excited about that because it kind of completes like the line of natural hair care. And the beauty supply shop will be more of a one stop shop where you don't have to go to different brands to get your natural products and everything like that. So I'm really excited to tap into that part and just keep expanding and like just reach more people, possibly start doing consultations. I already in a way do consultations. Like if anyone DMs me, I'm going to help them. Like I'm going to tell them I'm going to try to get a routine together. I'm going to suggest some products even if it's not my products. I'm going to suggest something because I think it's just really important to like empower people, not just women, men too, because we have some products for men. We have beard oil, the herbal growth oil is great for locks too. So I want to empower men and women to just get on their natural hair journey, and just feel confident in taking care of themselves.
All right, fellas, y'all heard her. I know sometimes I bring the ladies on here and they come on with their different products and services, but look, they be trying to look out for y'all. They be trying to, send some things y'all way. You just gotta, cooperate and tap in. But no, to everybody, I definitely do think that if you don't already follow, definitely do follow. We're gonna make sure we get everything to you, all the websites and pages and things that you need at the close of this interview. But something that really impresses me about your business and something that I love is just your affordability for the products that you have, for what you offer, for the sales that you do, for the giveaways that you do. Can you just kind of give us an inside look as to what is kind of going through your head, as you're making these different products, as you're marketing them, as you're selling them, and then you're doing the sales and the giveaways? Like, where does all this, kind of, I don't even really know what to call it, just because, like I said, I love it. I feel like for the products that you make, for the things that you're selling, I go in other hair care shops, and sometimes these prices are double. Sometimes they're more expensive. Sometimes it's less quality. So what is that process really like? You're not only creating these products and getting things together, but then being able to sell them and making sure that people are taken care of to really appreciate and take care of their natural hair.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, thank you for noticing because that's something that is at the top of my list. It's really important for me to keep the price point low because really my target audience is like me. I'm not rich, you know what I mean? I like to take care of myself, but I don't have all the money in the world to, be spending on products. I want my product to be affordable but efficient as well. So that's my main goal. That's what I want to offer people. So I do my best to keep the price point low while still keeping the quality high. I'm not going to try to like beat you over the head. You know what I mean? Like all of my products are affordable because it's for us. Like I have to think like, would I spend money with this business? Like are they trying to, like shake me down for my money? I don't like that. Nobody likes that. So I try to give, a good amount of product for a good price. My packaging is really simple. Like you're not gonna get a box with a bunch of confetti and glitter in it because I'm trying to keep the price down. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna come in like some fancy packaging, but it's the product that's the most important thing. It's the quality of the product. So yeah, thank you for noticing. That's definitely one of my biggest goals with Hair and Now Shop.
Absolutely. Like I said, I pay attention. I definitely tap in with I tell everybody that I may be scrolling. We really may not talk even all the time about every single thing, but I'm always watching. I'm always trying to repost, trying to double tap, trying to tap people in. And I think that's really just the beauty of things. Somebody listening to this interview now has a new place to shop, could love the products, could plug somebody else in, collaboration, partnership. Just different things could happen. My mind is always just racing and going and flowing. So anytime that I can bring exposure to somebody, or anytime that I notice something great, like I said, a big thing that we talk about with businesses sometimes can be the price, can be the affordability. And sometimes that can really make or break whether somebody shops at you. And I don't think that's always necessarily fair, but I can understand it. Look, I don't make your money. I can't tell you, what to do with it or everything like that. But I can also just tell you that everybody has to start somewhere, no matter where that starting point is, no matter what that starting point is. And you should always just be courteous, and respectful of people. People make these prices and things for a reason. You don't really, not every time, even being a business owner, you still don't necessarily know what goes on behind the scenes of everything. And that's something that I'm learning even with my products and trying to get things on the web. That it's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot of, just different vendors and shipping and tax and everything like that. So it really is important to really, I'm learning just to become my one man show, just to really, I'm teaching myself now how to, make my shirts and make different products So I can just cut out the middleman. So I can really just make it and send it to people instead of having to go through a third party, make sure they get their cut, and then I get my cut. So, but I love that. Yeah, you're definitely more than welcome, and I'm encouraging everybody who's listening, tap in, see the products, see the prices, shop, spread love, send it to somebody else you know who may be on their natural journey and really just looking for something. Send it to somebody who you know maybe on their lock journey. Send it to somebody trying to, for my fellas out there trying to grow the beard or just trying to take care of it. Tap in with it. So for sure, I'm excited. So like you said, you're kind of interested in you're completing the line. You're going to debut that and everything like that. So what do you really see for Hair and Now Shop like moving forward? Like, what are some? Do you want to kind of? I know you kind of spoke about earlier. You want to have your own beauty supply. So is that really the goal for you to open up like your own beauty supply store? Do you just want to be in other beauty supply stores? Do you want to kind of have like your own particular like products sold at different places? What does that really look like for you moving forward on the timeline?
At first, my goal was to have like a physical location for the beauty supply shop, but as I, started the business and got some traction, I think that one of my goals is to actually open up like a salon suite so that I can offer more services so that I can hire hairstylists and people that do nails and people that give massages and barbers and stuff like that, and give other people and other entrepreneurs a chance and a space to provide their services professionally, because I see now that everyone kind of has their own thing, and I'm just so proud of our people because everyone's stepping up, even from you with your podcast, me with my beauty supply shop. People are doing nails and lashes and everything. So I want to have a space to give creatives and people like that a chance, because sometimes when you go out there in the world, things are really expensive. And sometimes, especially if you don't have any prior experience, no one wants to give you a chance. So eventually, I would like to open a salon suite type of environment where I can bring even more entrepreneurs in and we can just, get this money together and make progress.
The true beauty in my last few episodes have really been this bigger than me mentality. That was actually the name of one of my episodes, episode 52, my most recent one. So, or my second most recent one, excuse me. So, what that it really just goes to show you the space that we're in. Like you said, everybody's stepping up in a sense. Everybody kind of, a lot of people came out of this pandemic a lot better, richer mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, just better than they went in. And I think that that's just amazing and just a testament to the true power that we have, when we really tap into things. But something that also just, I love that I'm smiling as you're talking just because I'm all about that. I'm all about just putting other people on, putting other people by myself, recognizing, the talents and abilities that I have, but also recognizing that one, I didn't get here alone. Two, there are certainly other people who I can learn from, grow with, be at the top with. And I think that's just the beauty of it all. And I think that that's so important. The fact that you want to do that, but not only for yourself and your space, you know what you do, but you want to bring other people. Partnerships can come, business can just boom from there. Different connections can be made. Who knows we can go from there? And I think that's just amazing. The fact that we look at something that I more so pay attention to. I won't speak for anybody else, but I just pay attention to how close knit sometimes these artists are and these labels are and these celebrities and different things, how they're having parties together and how they pretty much surround themselves with the circles like that they want to be in, or that. And I think that that's important, that you have to surround yourself with up and coming business owners if that's kind of the space that you're in. Surround yourself with people who are creative, surround yourself with people who are looking for multiple streams of income, for different opportunities, because that's only room to grow. And then it's much better being at the top with those people. I was just talking to some of my line brothers earlier, like I would much rather take y'all with me, whether it be traveling, come to the top with me. Let's record some interviews together. Let's shoot some footage together. Let's have fun together. Than just doing, yeah, I'm gonna have fun if I do that by myself, and I'm definitely gonna experience and live life. But why not, have somebody there with you, have somebody along the way, and be able to build with those people, connect with those people. All the better too when you don't even know them. I think that that's truly beautiful. The fact that you can really network with complete strangers and connections can come out of it, things can come out of it. So you never really know. So now, I'm kind of a little biased to the fellas, so I'm gonna just ask a little bit of So I do see some of the products on the website, as far as just for the beard and do rags for the kids, and even satin scrunchies for the ladies and stuff like that. Is there anything you would say that you're kind of experimenting with right now? I know, like you said, you're trying to finish your complete product line and everything like that. But is there anything that you want to bring to hair and nail shop that or and like I said, I don't want to even spoil any surprises. So if you can't give too much, I'm fine with that too. But is there anything that we can be looking forward to, or anything that you're kind of just learning more about, and you want to kind of maybe get some more resources and things like that before you actually debut it?
Well, as far as the fellas, there are definitely some things that I already have for them. And like you said, the shampoo and the conditioner will be for everybody. So you guys can definitely use it on your hair, your loose hair, your locks. But I do specifically have a men's oil beard treatment for the men. And it also comes with like a beard comb so that you can maintain your beard easier. I also have a twisting sponge. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like a sponge with holes in it, and you kind of use it in like circular motions on your hair. So if you have a little bit of length to your hair, men, I know that's like the style now. A lot of men are growing their hair out. It kind of creates like these natural coils in your hair. So those are some things I have specifically for the men. Again, the herbal growth oil is great for the men, whether even if you have braid or waves. You say you have waves, so the Nourish butter is good for that. The Nourish butter is like my newest product, and it's been doing really great. It has so many different uses. Not only can you use it on your hair, you can also use it on your skin. It's 100% natural. It doesn't clog your pores. But for you, like someone that has waves, you can actually put it on your hair. It almost acts like a non greasy hair grease. So it can go directly on your scalp. It'll help you smooth your waves. You can put it on and then put your do rag on. So a lot of the stuff that I have for women actually do double for men as well.
All right, you just taught me something. I'm gonna tap in for sure. And yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the sponge. At one point, I didn't really notice that. I was never really surrounded by people who really grew their hair out a lot as much as I was when I came down to North Carolina. So I used to call that sponge the North Carolina commodity. I actually owned one of them. I'm not going, I'm gonna be transparent. At one point, I was going through a stage. I wanted to grow my hair out. I didn't have the patience for it though, so I didn't really make it too far. But I think I inspired my little brother because he's still currently growing his hair out. And I actually bought him a sponge too. So that's funny that you mentioned that. But fellas, look, tap in. Tap in, give feedback. You never know something that could come from it. I didn't even know that the butter, was for it could be for the hair and skin because I did see that that was something that you debuted as well. So congrats on that. But now I'm gonna definitely pay attention. Now I'm gonna definitely get into it, and I definitely encourage all my ladies and my fellas to just get right. Just get right from the affordability to the customer service to everything that's going on. I definitely don't think you're gonna make a right decision shopping with her. So, and something that you kind of spoke about prior, and something that I see, you're a mother, you're a business owner. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that really like? Finding that balance. Obviously, in your early stages, trying to get things together. But now, the fact that, like you spoke about, you're gaining traction. You're trying to do more. Your goals are getting bigger. Your clientele is expanding. You have different ideas and things that you want to reach. So, what is it like really finding that balance between, your personal life, the business life, and really just bringing it all together so both can be flourished?
Oh man, it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy, but it's definitely worth it. Like when you love something, you're gonna go for it and you're gonna make a way no matter what. So, yes, I'm a mother of two toddlers, so they're like all over the place. They're crazy, and I'm also expecting. I'm giving birth around your birthday. You say your birthday is July 26th. I'm giving birth around that time as well. So I just have to. I have to find the time for the things I love. I'm really passionate about this business, so I definitely don't let it slip away. I try to make a time slot for just working on it, whether it's marketing, whether it's giving consultations or developing a new product or whatever. I try to find some time every single day to work on it because it's what I love to do, you know?
Major congrats. Nah, you got me excited now. I hope we could
Thank
slide in
you.
another July 26th, baby. We need more of those folks in the world, the good Leos, man. But no, like you said, definitely balance is not easy, but I think it's something that it's appreciated with the grind, with going through different experiences, with just waking up sometimes and no 2 days being the same as a business owner. I think that that's something that I've come to love and appreciate as well. Just sometimes you never know what to expect, what's going to come across your way. You could really wake up and your whole life could change just the same. So I love to hear that for sure. And I'm wishing you, not only a healthy and speedy recovery from your delivery and everything like that, but praying for, nothing but blessings and success upon your business to come. So before we wrap things up,
Oh,
before, we close out and tell everybody where they can tap in with you at, is there anything that you feel like we haven't touched on today, whether it just be about, you, hair and nail shop, anything that you know people should be looking forward to, anything just about the business, any message that you want to drop to anybody out there listening?
Sure. Well, I just want to encourage people. I want to encourage people to just, to just go for it, to go for, what they want to do. Like before I started hair and nail shop, I was a nurse and I was good at it, but it wasn't my passion, and I always hear the saying like, what is it? They people always say to be happy. The way to be happy is to do what you love. You know what I mean? And it did take me a while to figure out like, oh my god, like what am I good at that I can monetize? You know what I mean? But it's something that hair and natural hair is something that I do every day. So I'm like, oh, that's my passion. Let me figure out how I can incorporate that, into a business. So I would definitely love to encourage other people to just go for it. Like if you don't think, you might not think that you can, be successful in it, but you definitely can. If it's your passion, if it's something you love to do, you will find a way, to do it and to be successful at it for sure. So just do it. The best advice I can give is to just jump in with 2 feet and you definitely won't regret it.
All money in, for sure, for sure. Whatever you're going to do, you know, put your best foot forward and give it your all. So I couldn't have said it any better myself, for sure, for sure. So thank you for that. And I definitely do want to also, you know, flip that same, as I know you probably are motivated on a daily basis, but I definitely want to just continue to communicate to that you as well. Just continue to grind in all endeavors. Like I said, I'm watching. I know other people are watching. I know after this interview is dropped, people are definitely going to be watching. So I'm excited to see, you know, what the future holds for the hair and nail shop, for sure, for sure. So for everybody out there, you know, for somebody interested now into the products, want to know about the Nourish Butter, for my fellas out there, you know, want to get the beard comb and the oil right, or from I might even have some of y'all growing your hair out, which you're crazy if you're growing your hair out right now. It's too hot, but you know, keep doing what you got to do. But you know, for people tapping in and they want to tap in with you, learn more about your business and everything that you have going on, can you just, you know, give us a list of all your social medias as to where we can find you?
Yeah, for sure. So my Instagram is hair and nail shop. Hair is spelled like the hair on your head, HAIR. Hair and nail shop. It's also the same on Facebook, hair and nail shop. My website is hairandnailshop.com. And I just want to let all of your listeners know that anyone listening to this podcast, I have a discount code for you. It's 20% off. And the code is down to business, exactly how the podcast is spelled. And yeah, come through, shop with me, get your discount, and you can start your healthy hair journey today.
What? She just came on here and dropped a specific code for the podcast. First person to
Mhm.
ever do that. So no, thank you for that for sure. Hey, hey. I hope y'all listening, man. I already told y'all it's affordable. I already told y'all it's great prices. So now she throwing on an extra 20%. Man, y'all crazy. I'm about to pull it up right now when we get off the interview. But nah, truly, truly, you know, thank you for sharing this space with me. I appreciate everything you know that you're doing, everything that you came on here and were transparent about with my listeners. And like I said, I'm really wishing you nothing but the best, from a healthy delivery to a speedy recovery to nothing but bountiful success for your business. And to everybody out there listening, you know, I appreciate it. I'm gonna say it every episode, beginning and end. Look, I love y'all to death. I definitely would not be in this position. I would not be so motivated. I would not be just having the success and the fun that I am, you know, without each and every one of your listens, your support, your downloads, and everything. So on top of, you know, going to shop with Hair Now and shopping, checking out that discount code and everything like that, thank y'all for continuously tapping in with me on the podcast page, on the personal page. And just keep staying tuned, man. We got a lot coming. Like I said, we halfway through the year. Birthday is coming up next month, so I really might have to show up for the podcast. But you know, you just got to tap in and stay tuned. So to everybody out there listening, this has been another episode of the Down to Business podcast with Tamar Turner.